Hello, welcome to my channel, Nikki Psychic Medium. This is a general pick a card reading. There's group 1, group 2 and group 3. Please feel free to pick whichever group you are guided to. I hope it gives you some guidance or sheds some light on a situation that you might be in, or just hope it helps you in some way or another. And yeah, just please feel free to give me some feedback. I also have a Facebook page, Nikki Psychic Medium, if you wish to follow me on that and check out for my live readings. I also do private readings, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Thank you. Okay guys, this is group 1, so let's see what everybody has picked and comes of this for group 1. I'll just see first what I feel with these cards before I look at them. Let's see what comes to me. So I'm being shown a rainbow here, with like a crystal of light at the bottom of this rainbow. And then I'm being shown like a grey cloud with near this rainbow with some with rain. So I feel like the message here that I'm seeing is that the rainy days will pass, and that's how I feel. So if some of you are going through a bit of a tough time at the moment, or you feel that maybe life is just throwing lots of obstacles at you and you can't seem to get on top of them, I feel like it's like this cloud is passing and this rainbow is appearing, and it's letting you know that there'll be an end to these obstacles that seem to just be flying around you at the moment. That's how I feel. And this rainbow, yeah, so positive outcomes here. So if some of you are concerned about a situation, or there's some news that you're waiting on that could be, you know, not the best news, or you're concerned or worried that it might not be the best news, or anything like that, any type of situation that's making you feel a bit glum, I feel like it's just to let you know that this will pass and things aren't as bad as they seem, and yeah, and brighter days to come. So that's just how I feel with that. So let's see what comes up in the message here. Okay, so what have we got? So first of all, we've got this card called the Star, and we've got walking away, and we've got the dolphin. I used my power animal cards as well today. I haven't used these for ages, so it just says take time to play. And yeah, playfulness. I guess dolphins are very playful, happy creatures, aren't they? So very free. So let's see what I feel from this for group 1. Okay, so it's interesting that I saw that cloud and then the rainbow, because look, the star is all about, you know, being optimistic and yeah, looking to the future in an optimistic way, and with hope as well. It's got here the power of faith to move mountains and happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So isn't that interesting, considering I saw from what I said in the beginning before I turn these cards over. So look, hope is quite an important thing to sometimes, you know, implement into your mindset. You know, it's hard for us to sometimes have that hope when we do feel so bogged down with you know, situations that life throws at us. But this card is, yeah, I like this card. It's a magical card. You know, it's letting you know that there is relief and there are positive changes to come. Look, and the dolphin, it's important to, you know, enjoy yourself, like maybe give you that self time to have a play in, if you're I mean, obviously not necessarily in that exact words, but you know, like to just enjoy yourself, or get out or pick up that book that you haven't picked up for a while, buy yourself a magazine or anything that you find enjoyable, you know, a hobby, you know, something that's for yourself. And maybe if you're giving too much to everybody else, you know, it's important for you to have that for you. I also feel with this, when I look at this dolphin, is like quietness as well. Like sometimes it's good just to observe and to just watch situations or watch what's going on around you, and just take that step back before you make any decisions. I feel like some of you might have to have, there's some decisions to be made. I'm seeing like a house as well, or property. I don't know if some of you are thinking about purchasing a house, or there's been some sort of decisions around that investment, property, you know, thinking of letting a property go or doing some construction work or anything like that. I feel like it's important just to maybe take a step back and just observe the situation and make sure that you're making the right decisions. That's what I feel, just feeling from this card as well. But I feel like if that is the case for some of you as well, that the outcome will be positive and things will move forward quite well. So I do feel quite strongly there, like legal agreements, contracts, yeah. I just feel quite drawn to property. Obviously not all of you are going to be looking at yeah, like buying a property or anything like that, but even if you're saving money and putting it away towards like a goal like that, maybe a holiday home or something like that, an investment anyway, I just feel that yeah, just be wise in your decisions and think things through properly. But I do feel positive outcomes there if any of you are thinking about investment. It could even be like running your own business, or you know, like a kind of like having your own shop or anything like that. Any changes that you feel that you're kind of looking at, big changes that could be quite a big financial decision as well. I feel, yeah, you know, read the small print as well, make sure that you check everything. But I do feel like positive changes to come here as well. And you've got this card walking away here, so, and some of you may be needing to walk away from a situation, or, you know, friendships or people that aren't, you know, you don't feel right feeling alright for you anymore, or, you know, it's okay to you know, change your path, or walk away, yeah, from anything that doesn't serve you anymore. I've got this beautiful pink colour here, so I do feel this could be connected to love relationships as well. Maybe some of you, you know, you feel like time has come to end a relationship as well. You might be a bit fearful of the change, but this, like, I just see this butterfly here. It's like calling you, drawing you on here, saying, you know, like, come with me, I'll guide you. And I just feel like it's quite a nice message here. If there is anything going on like that in a relationship as well, that you will be okay if you do want to leave a situation, you do want to move on there. Obviously doesn't necessarily just mean love relationships, but it could just mean you know, it could be anybody. It could be a friend or family member, or just anything that comes to mind. Maybe a job that maybe you feel that's lacking in substance, or you don't feel passionate about anymore, and you're wondering whether it's, you know, you'll be okay if you leave and look for something else. I just love this card. I just I'm really drawn to these, like these trees here. I don't know if it's like a blossom tree or something, but it could be as well like you're coming into yourself now, like blossoming, like shining. This lady to me just looks glowing, full of energy and just purity, and like she's blossoming, and she's just turning her back on all that doesn't serve her anymore, and just moving towards a future with, yeah, like hope and faith as well. Yeah, like hope and faith, with a playful attitude as well. So this is quite a lovely reading, actually. I quite like this one. It's quite a positive reading, moving away from you know, some maybe heavy, more negative situations, even maybe if there's some toxic situations going on behind you. it is important though that, you know, sometimes we do have to take that step to make these things happen. You know, like things don't just necessarily come to us, and we could be, oh, why me, and like, you know, and stuff like that. But sometimes you have to make it happen for yourself. So I do feel that as well. I feel quite drawn to creativity as well, like painting and art here. So I don't know if some of you are into art, or maybe it's important that you know, do a bit more artistic work if you haven't tried. You know, sometimes I see those paint and sip kind of classes that you can go to, or like a cooking class, or I feel quite drawn to creativity, doing things like that as well. Could be quite important. But yeah, so that's the reading for group 1. Okay, this is the reading for group 2. So let's see what comes up first before I look at the cards. Group 2. What is coming to me for group 2? Okay, so I'm being shown a few things, so let's just see what's going on here. So I'm being shown like the deep ocean, like right out somewhere in the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, far out, and I'm seeing the world, so Earth, and in the sky, which is very strange. And then I'm seeing like a little propeller plane, and it's kind of flying around the Earth with this deep blue ocean below it. And then I'm being shown a map. So look, this could be physically, this could be connected to travel or booking a holiday, or travelling across water. I think I've had this before in a reading, like emigrating, or looking at studying overseas or things like that. And then you've got the map, and then you've got this little propeller plane that's just circling Earth. So look, it's kind of like as if it could be that you're just going, you feel like you're going round and round in circles, and the map is sort of telling me that maybe you need some sort of direction. So it could be that you're looking for a bit of direction, a bit lost at the moment, I feel. You've got that deep blue ocean, so I feel this is, could be, you know, like some of you could be very deeply, this could be to do with your emotions, like you're very deep, some very deep emotions, maybe having trouble to pull out some of those emotions that maybe need to be released, or some stuff that's holding you back emotionally that maybe needs to come out. But I just feel like some of you, could be very deep here. I'm quite drawn to I don't always get star signs, but quite drawn to Pisces and Libra for some reason, and Cancer, and Taurus as well. But yeah, I don't always get that. But anyway, that's just what I was feeling with that. So I just go with what comes through. Yeah, I just feel like some of you might need a bit of a helping hand, or you feel like you need some help to pull you out of where you are and help you get more direction with where you want to be. But let's see what we get with these cards and see what comes up. So what have we got? Okay. So this card is called the Two of Autumn. So look, I'll read what the card means, and then obviously I don't always go off what the card means, because or what the card says, because it can mean so many things, or I can get so many different feelings from this card. But it just says, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and an exceptional talent for multitasking. And then you've got appreciation, and then we've got the cougar, which so saying I've used my power animal oracle cards as well today. So it's got be bold and take charge, and have confidence. So that's interesting. Let's see what we've got going on here. So I don't know why, but I just feel like a really all over the place energy with group 2. There's a lot going on. I feel like a lot going on. Like needs a needness for grounding yourself more. It's like as if you've got a lot of fingers in different pies. That's how I feel like some of you might be, could be to do with career as well, or maybe you just got a busy family life, but you know, you're all over the place with 1 minute you're here, then you're there, and you're trying to keep everything together, and it's, you know, all getting a bit on top of you kind of thing, and you feel like you're just going around in circles, and yeah, everything's kind of bottling up inside, and you just feel like you need to release what's going on, and you don't know how. This is the feeling that I'm getting for group 2. Yeah, okay, so which card? So we've got appreciation here. Obviously appreciation, yeah, like obviously it's about appreciating, you know, trying to appreciate what you have and what's going on around you. Maybe sometimes the difficult situations, if you have got some stuff going on in your life that you might be feeling like, you know, like I don't want this kind of thing, but sometimes it's just a case of maybe, you know, looking at it in a different way and just thinking that maybe it's just something I need to learn from, and whatever the situation is, that it will make, you know, I'll come out a better person for. I'm not really getting anything majorly particular here. I mean, this lady's looking very proud. This lady is a hard-working lady. Obviously, I'm not saying that everyone is this a reading for ladies. I'm just using this as a... So, you know, like, obviously there's a man could be watching this too. I just mean, but in terminology, this is, you know, I'm seeing this hard-working lady here. She's standing quite tall and proud. I feel like she's proud of the accomplishments that she's come to here. She's holding this hanky in her hand. But to me, I feel like this is kind of like the past. So, you know, she's moved away from those toxic, negative situations. That's how I feel. And, you know, she's looking to appreciate life more now. Like maybe, it's funny because I just saw like the word, the numbers on his 15, but when I looked it in the, when I was filming, it kind of looked reverse, like 51, even though it's backwards. But so maybe some of you are a bit older now and you feel like you're starting to appreciate life again. Maybe you've, you know, been hard at work at home or working hard, and maybe you've kind of like things have got a bit easier and you're just starting to appreciate things. Don't have to be 51, just maybe some of you in general could be a bit older and you're just now starting to really appreciate what's going on around you because you've got more time. Look, there's, to me, like a bit of a misty background here, so some of you there might be a bit of confusion. Maybe some of you aren't, you know, a bit confused about where to head next or what to do. This could be work related as well. What's my next steps, I feel. Maybe I don't have enough time, you know, to do it all. How do I find that confidence? How do I take charge? How do I be bold in my decisions? That's how I feel with this, you know. You know, you've got this cougar standing on this rock here, and it's and you know, cougars are a very quite a strong, powerful animal. You know, they survive on their own out in the wild, obviously, like most wild animals do. But you know, they keep themselves. You don't really see, you know, they're quite a hard animal, I think, to come across if they are out in the wild. But you know, they find their way and they survive, and they you know, I just feel like there's a lot of power behind this card, and you have that. If you have that power and that confidence, you just got to bring it up and maybe put some of these tasks that are holding you back a bit aside, and then you can sort of, you know, move forward a bit with your decisions here as well. And the appreciation card, you know, appreciating to where you've got and also appreciating to where you're going to get to. You know, because I feel like some of you, you know where you want to be and where you want to get to, and I'm seeing like gold coins as well, so this could be like financially related. Maybe you want to make more money, you know, like put some savings away or things like that. So I feel you just got to sit down, get a pen and paper out, see where you're at, maybe just put your wishes and desires down, you know, a bit of manifestation, maybe manifestation board, planning, writing things down. Where do you want to be in so many years or months, and what did you want to do next, and if there's any way you can help work on your confidence, and if some of you don't feel very confident in yourself, you know, like looking inside of you at your, that sort of self-worth stuff as well, trying to build your confidence. So maybe there's some books, or you can do some meditations or anything that might help you with that as well. I'm seeing like the colour orange as well, so I just feel really drawn to the colour orange. So what's orange showing me? What am I seeing the colour orange for? Like vibrancy. Maybe I'm quite drawn to oranges now as well, so this could be just connected to like vitamin C, health wise as well, making sure you've got enough energy to do all this multitasking as well that you have to do, and also taking that time to rest when you can, if you can, and even if you do some stuff in the backyard, like gardening and stuff, I feel quite drawn to, like doing planting and doing some things like that. Veggie patches I'm quite drawn to, like anything that just helps you just be with you and just have that sort of calms your brain and helps you relax a bit as well. So I'm quite drawn to, yeah, like spending time in the backyard. Even if you don't like gardening, you can just relax in the backyard and stuff like that. But yeah, so orange is like, yeah, like I said, vitamin C, just focusing on your health as well, keeping yourself healthy. And yeah, so that was the reading for group 2. Thank you. Okay, welcome to group 3. Okay, so let's just see what comes through for group 3 and see what I see and feel from these cards. Okay. Okay, so for this reading, I'm just going with what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a beautiful angel in front of me with these massive wings, just beautiful, just a big light white energy with these beautiful wings that I'm kind of seeing here. And the words that are coming to me is like your prayers are being answered, or they've been heard, they've been seen, they're being answered. That's if some of you, I mean, obviously you don't have to necessarily pray, but if it's any just thoughts that you've had maybe about some things and you've been asking internally for help or with situation, I just feel like, yeah, your prayers are being answered. That's what's coming to me with these cards. I'm seeing like a farm as well, so I'm seeing like a rural area with a farm, and I'm seeing like hay stacks and chickens and cows and sheep and pigs. I'm just trying to see what's this. So I feel quite drawn to rural areas, unless some of you live out in quite rural areas as well, but or maybe this is just to say you need to get out to maybe some, you know, like rural sort of areas, countryside, taking some time out, walking in the fresh air. That's just how I feel as well. Spending time in nature with animals, and believe that you're being looked out for, looked after. Look, sometimes I do get like the messages as well with my piles of cards. Feel quite drawn to if any of you are seeking to connect with loved ones that may have passed over as well. I feel this is quite a strong message for some of you, that they're with you and they want to connect. They're just letting you know that they, you know, like you being drawn to this pile in particular is that's what some of you are needing. That I feel like it's quite important for you to know that they want to let you know that they are around you. I feel very drawn to like a motherly energy as well. So maybe some of you you got a lovely connection with your mum, or there's quite an important relationship there. Maybe some of your mums have passed over or something, but I just grandmotherly energy. Just get like a female energy here coming in as well. Just bringing that sort of love and care that's coming in, maybe for some of you that are maybe searching for that too. So let's see what cards we get. So okay, so the first card we got was, so this is the Princess of Autumn. So this is happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly and needing a little push to get along. And this card says, this one, it says all tied up. And this koala, this paranormal card, which I've used today as well, my readings, is speak less and listen more and have empathy. Oh, this is just an empathy card. Okay. Maybe some of you have got wedding plans as well that you're looking at. Maybe looking at getting married, or there's an engagement coming up. So I feel celebrations here. Could be news of a birth of a baby as well. Engagements, wedding plans, anniversaries of maybe an important loved one's passing, birthdays. Just feel really strong with this reading. All those sort of things going on. Lots of nice memories to be thought about and talked about, or celebrations to come as well. Some of you could, again, you could be maybe in a relationship. I do see like these two roses here in a romantic level. You could be in a relationship that maybe you're feeling a bit stuck, not sure how to progress forward with this relationship. Look, this lady's like dressed to me in like a wedding veil, that kind of wedding dress, and I feel like even though things might be a bit tough, or she may feel a bit stuck and she's not really sure where she's going, I feel like I feel like all is not lost. I still see like connection here. If there are any difficulties in a relationship, the commitment is still here. I think it's just a case of maybe working on things together, working on yourself. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Working on yourselves individually as well to help the structure of that relationship get stronger. The foundations of that relationship be stronger as well. Also feel like it's okay for you to have your own paths or to do your own things as well. Have your own interests. There's still that commitment there. There's still that relationship there, that love that was there in the beginning. It just might be time for you both to, branch out and just sort of, look at your own interests as well. I mean, that's just how I felt when I was given that reading for that card. But I did also feel like engagements and celebrations there as well. We've got the Princess of Autumn. So look, this could do with your career. If maybe you're studying, or you're just on a general level, you could be like reading some new books, learning some new things about the world or yourself. There's the library here, so it's like saying, like taking the knowledge, learning new things as well. Maybe just going to the library just out of a new interest that you might have, or something like that. And look, this lady's kind of like standing in front of this book, but as you can see, she's like throwing a coin, and it looks like she's sort of throwing her money away, sort of thing. So I feel like it's like, maybe she just needs, you know, to push yourself a bit more with it. It could be, you know, you're finding it all a bit too hard, a bit overwhelming with your studies, but it's like saying don't give up. You know, don't throw that opportunity away. That's how I feel with this card. There's lots of coins on the table, so I feel like it's, you know, saying that, you know, there is a good outcome here. There is financial gain to be had by the learnings of what you're doing. And not necessarily financially. It could be more symbolic of just you sort of growing as a person and just like, you know, learning new things for yourself to better you. You've got koala as well, which said speak less and listen more. You know, like koalas, what do? I mean, they don't really do too much, do they? They kind of just sit in the trees and, you know, they sleep a lot. It could be to do, you know, I feel like maybe it's, you know, a sort of message here to maybe rest, reserve your energy. Maybe, you know, if you're doing too much, you might be struggling a bit to get your head into your studies. And then you might be feeling a little bit stuck and like, where do you go from here? So that could be a little bit of that as well. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, the koalas, they've got quite big ears here, isn't it? Like, so it's just like, yeah, they're listening, like it says on the card, I guess, but maybe listening, observing, listening and focusing on whatever it is that you're learning, or if you're choosing to learn something, you know, maybe you're not necessarily wanting to study, maybe you're happy in your job, in your career, and that's fine. Maybe this is just saying, you know, take some time out, maybe read a book that takes you away from that, from what you're doing, just so you can have that quiet time as well, and you know, and maybe reassess where you are and if you're happy where you are and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's just how I feel for group 3, sorry, but yeah, just keep going and doing what you're doing, and if you need a bit of guidance along the way, just ask your intuition to help guide you with everything that's going on for you. Thank you.